Hello. Yeah, it's been a while since I've uploaded anything, and for those who actually watch my videos, I think I owe you guys a little explanation. If you recall from my last video, which was all the way back in September, I said I'm gonna take a little break from Night Rain just before the rank mode dropped, which, I don't know, is it good? I hope so. I mentioned that I'm interested in doing other things, some of them even non-gaming related. At that time though, I had full intentions to start the Bloodborne playthrough. I had the Shad PS4 emulator set up with the game thanks to Zach, and I was ready to pull the trigger on the series, but I just didn't. Matter of fact, I didn't upload shit until today. And the reason for that is not as complicated as you think. When I uploaded my last Night Rain video, I just took a break from playing games. I've done this before and I did it again. That's pretty much it. That extra time I had, I put it towards work, other hobbies, or just sleeping. Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm sorry if you expected some grand explanation. There's really not. I'm a pretty simple guy. I've said this multiple times on my channel. I have a regular job, a good job that pays good and has good work hours, which allows me to have a good work life balance. Everything is good. Okay. I've also mentioned multiple times that my job involves me sitting or standing at a desk all day looking at a computer. For those actually interested in what I do, I'm a software developer. I don't really like bringing it up because it seems kind of pretentious, and I mean, at the end of the day, a job's a job, like you're doing it to get paid. And every job has something good and something bad about it. So, be proud of your job, whatever it is. But that being said, since I'm actually working on a computer all day, the last thing I want to do at the end of the day is still be on a computer. After work, I'm either at my MMA gym, out doing some kind of side quests, or I'm in my living room playing my PS3, which I dusted off, upgraded the hard drive, and installed Homebrew on. It's a lot of fun. Oh my god. I'll tell you guys, I'm gonna sound like a boomer, but once I started playing some of those PS3 games again, I realized just how good we used to have it. I don't know what it is about modern games nowadays. Like, they take up so much storage size. You gotta be online to play fucking single player games. And on top of that, you get spammed with ads nonstop. And that's not even mentioning the hefty price tag that some of these games have. Call me a fucking boomer or blinded by nostalgia or whatever. I think that games today just don't hit the same like they did back in the day. So, as much as I'd love to make videos on new games, it's becoming harder and harder for me to justify actually making that purchase and playing the game. I'm sorry, guys. And in my defense, I still have a large backlog of games to get through, including the ones that I downloaded on my PS3 recently. Thing is though, I don't only want to make gaming videos. As I get older, my desire to play video games shrinks, and it's gonna get to a point where I just don't want to play anything anymore. A few years ago, if you asked me to hop on a game like Rainbow Six Siege or Counter-Strike and play all night, I'd do it without hesitation. But now it feels like a chore to actually go on and log onto a game and play for even an hour. And because I have free will, I often choose not to do it. I would rather be outside doing something else or even just sleeping, to be honest. And I'll admit, this mentality is why I don't hang out with a lot of my friends anymore. This part may sound a little personal depending on who you are, but I think it's worth sharing. I've got nothing but love and respect for those guys. I got no beef with them whatsoever, to my knowledge at least. And I feel like if I hit them up or if I run into them in person, I could at the very least have a conversation with them. But the thing is, those guys still have that drive to play video games late into the night, which I just don't have anymore. And I'm sorry, guys, I'd just rather be out than be in a Discord call playing the same game over and over again every single night? This ultimately led to me not being very close with them anymore. And although I have no hate for them, I'm not sure how they feel about me. I hope the feeling's mutual, and if it isn't, then, I'm really sorry about that. But it is what it is. I'm not going to get into any more personal stuff for the sake of my privacy and theirs, but you get what I'm trying to say. Anyways, that's enough about my personal life. Let's look forward to what's next on this channel. Bloodborne. I am playing Bloodborne and the Bloodborne DLC. Not sure if it's going to be a proper series like Elden Ring or Dark Souls 2, but I'm definitely going to make some videos out of it. Right after Bloodborne, it's Sekiro. I'm knocking out all of these From Software titles. I don't know if I'll do any Demon Souls videos because I'm playing the original Demon Souls on the PS3 and I don't have a capture card for it. But hey, we'll see. And I also wanted to try my hand at videos like this, where I full screen my webcam, you get to see my face, and we get to talk about things like real world events that are going on, or just random things that come to mind, just have a nice conversation. Personally, I think it's a good way for you to get to know me, it's a good way for me to get to know you, and it's a good way for us to communicate with each other because I feel like that's kind of lost on the internet nowadays. Another thing I want to cover on my channel is combat sports. I've mentioned this so many times on my channel, and I actually want to commit to it now. On top of being a huge fight fan, I've been training Muay Thai for 2 years. And this year, I started doing boxing, wrestling, and Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. Nogi Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, sorry. Them jujitsu guys, you know how crazy they go. But I've been doing those this year and it's been a lot of fun. I mean, I've been getting my ass beat a lot, but still, it's a lot of fun. I love the fact that MMA has an infinitely high skill ceiling. It basically gives you a reason to keep training, keep learning, and keep getting better because, there's always room for improvement, which is something that I like personally because it gives me a good reason to continue, to never give up, to keep going. So yeah, definitely expect some kind of MMA video in the future. I'm not sure when, but definitely expect some videos. So yeah, definitely expect some kind of MMA video down the road. Overall, I'm excited to make videos again. 2025 may not have been the best year for my channel, but it was a good year for me. And I hope it was a good year for you too. And if it wasn't, well, there's a new year with new opportunities just around the corner. But that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for listening to me yap for however long I've been yapping. Just in case the Bloodborne video doesn't come out before then, I'd like to wish you all a Merry Christmas, a Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.